Salut les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today we are going to study la conséquence en français. And if you want to listen to the explanations in English, you stay here with me. Et si vous voulez écouter les explications tout en français, tout en français, j'ai enregistré la vidéo une deuxième fois en français. Je vous mets le lien ici et on se retrouve là-bas. Allez, ciao, ciao! Et nous, on reste ici. So let's continue with the lesson. So la conséquence. If you did not watch the previous video, it was about the cause and cause-conséquence, you know. We very often study them together, but be careful not to mix them together because cause and consequence are very different. So today we are going to study some expressions. And also, I decided to use some very specific vocabulary about the workplace. And so the vocabulary might be a little bit difficult for you, as you might be beginner or intermediate because you are listening to this lesson in English. So, well, take a notebook, take a pen, take your time also, and write all the vocabulary you need in your notebook. This is not so hard. It is just that this might be a vocabulary that you are not used to, but this is very useful to know this kind of vocabulary. Okay, so before to start, you can subscribe to my channel if you want, but you can subscribe at any time, and let's go. Okay, so let's start the lesson with these 4 expressions that are synonyms. That's why you have the same example here. I'm going to tell you the one I prefer, the one I use, and the one I don't. So the first one, nous sommes efficaces. Nous sommes efficaces with the liaison, we are efficient. So in English, yeah, I translated all of these with so. Maybe you know other translations, but just remember that this is the same. Okay. Donc, I use donc all the time. Donc, nous sommes efficaces. Donc, nos clients sont satisfaits. So our customers are satisfied. Alors, nos clients sont satisfaits. Ainsi, nos clients sont satisfaits. Aussi, nos clients sont satisfaits. Okay. So, you can use them all, but the one that is the most used is donc and alors. Okay, so you might ask me, yeah, maybe there is a slight difference of meaning between these expressions, but don't worry with this. Just remember that we use them in the same sentences, okay? Ainsi is more formal, and aussi is very formal. So this one, aussi, I don't advise you to use it because that can be confusing with the aussi that is translated in English with also. So this is a different one. This one is aussi that expresses the consequence. So why did I put this sentence if I don't like it? Just to show you in case you find it, if you read a book, you find this, you understand that it is the same as the others, but it's too formal. And also, you see that here with aussi, we reverse the subject and the verb. So this is really a sign that this is really formal. Okay, let's continue with other expressions. C'est pourquoi. C'est pourquoi is formal, but it's nice because in English you can translate it literally with that's why. That's why. Notre entreprise. Notre entreprise. It's hard for you to pronounce, I'm sure. Notre entreprise. Start the syllable with the consonant and pronounce the the French R. Notre entreprise. Try. Notre entreprise a fait des bénéfices Okay, made profits, bénéfices, profits. C'est pourquoi, which is why or that's why, okay? Which is why we could hire this year. Embaucher to hire, embaucher to hire, embaucher cette année. Okay, this one I think is good one, you can keep it. Voilà pourquoi. Voilà pourquoi is a bit the same as the previous one. It is less formal and we can even say that it's not formal. You know, this thing of formal and non-formal are not very, but this is subjective, okay? According to the person, according to the teacher, a teacher is going to tell you this is not formal and this is formal, depending also on the way they express themselves. So this is my vision of the French language, and you can find other visions, of course. Donc, notre entreprise a fait des bénéfices. Voilà pourquoi nous avons pu embaucher cette année. Here is why. Voilà. Here. Voilà. You know when you give something to someone, voilà. Here it is. Voilà. So, here is why. I like it. It's nice. Voilà. It's very French. Ok, on continue. C'est pour ça que we use it all the time, so concentrate. This one, write it in your notebook. Notre entreprise a besoin de 109, c'est pour ça qu'on t'a embauché. Our business needs new blood, that's why we hired you. Notre entreprise a besoin, needs. Okay, 109 is a weird expression, and I must admit that I'm not really sure that the translation in English can be made like that, because I made a literal translation and I hope it's good. I hope you have the same expression as us. Otherwise, you will find this very weird because literally when we say 109, okay, so it's 100 means blood and 9 means new blood. 109, that means that we need new people in our company. And yeah, and so as we are made with blood, well, there is a lot of blood in our body. So when we say 109, that means a lot of people. This is a weird expression, but we use it, so I wanted to show it to you. Tell me if it's the same in English or not. Okay. C'est pour ça qu'on t'a embauché. I should have put the que also in yellow because it's really part of the expression. C'est pour ça que, and with the apostrophe because we have on after we have a vowel. C'est pour ça qu'on t'a embauché. That's why we hired you. C'est pour ça que, c'est pour ça que, c'est pour ça que. Yeah, I repeat because I want to remember. And I have an auditive memory, so I give you my strategy to learn a language, but you might not like it. Depends on the way you learn. Okay, so let's continue with another expression. So here we have c'est pour cela que. This is almost the same expression. C'est pour ça que, c'est pour cela que. Mais ça is not formal and cela is formal. So when you write cela and when we speak you say ça. D'accord? Donc notre entreprise a besoin de 109. C'est pour cela qu'on t'a embauché. That's why we hired, embauché, hired, passé composé. Okay, let's continue. C'est pour cette raison que, this is for this reason that, literally, d'accord? This is for this reason that, this is not beautiful English, this is a literal translation, this is formal. Nous avons besoin de nouvelles compétences. C'est pour cette raison que nous vous avons embauché. That's why we hired you. That's the reason why we hired you. Okay, so the pronoun is before the verb in French and after in English. Okay, c'est pour cette raison que formal, you can remember it if you write a formal administrative email. C'est la raison pour laquelle, obviously formal, hein? When you have all these words like that, this can only be formal. Okay, donc this is the reason for which or for what, pour laquelle is a relative pronoun, okay, compound relative pronoun. So I think I made a lesson about that. If it's the case, I'm going to put the thumbnail just here. Ok, nous avons besoin de nouvelles compétences. C'est la raison pour laquelle nous vous avons embauché. That's the reason why we hired you. Okay, so same as before. You choose the one you prefer. I'm almost certain that you are not going to choose this one. but it's a nice one. I like it. It's nice. Par conséquent, en conséquence. There are a lot of debates on the web. What's the difference between these two expressions? They are so similar. So be careful. Par conséquent, you don't pronounce the T. You stop with en, par conséquent. And here you have en conséquence. En conséquence. So for you, it's a bit hard because you have a lot of nasals. You have the en, you have the on. Okay, so voilà. Alors, to simplify, because all these debates around these two expressions are, to my opinion, non-useful at all. Just remember that these two expressions are synonyms, and for almost all the natives, this is synonym. Okay. Donc, nous avions besoin de nouvelles compétences. Par conséquent, nous avons recruté du personnel. Compétences, skills, we needed new skills. Therefore, we recruited staff. Personnel, staff, masculin, du personnel, le personnel. Ok? So therefore, par conséquent. Nous avons restructuré le service. En conséquence, nous avons licencié du personnel. En conséquence, nous avons licencié. Translation, as a result. Yeah, so you see, therefore, as a result, but you can also translate this one with as a result and this one with therefore. Okay, so is there some vocabulary here you need to remember? Maybe restructurer, it's very similar to the English. And licencier, licencier, to fire. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this sentence, but I needed to give you this kind of vocabulary also. Okay, let's continue. Si bien que, formel. Si bien que, and you have the word bien, so you are going to think that this is super positive. This is not at all. This is not positive. This is not negative also. This is just neutral, and translation, so. Nous manquions cruellement de personnel, si bien que nous avons décidé de recruter 6 personnes. We were severely understaffed. Nous manquions cruellement de personnel. Cruel comes from cruel, cruel in English. Severely, cruellement. Recruter, to recruit, easy. Donc, si bien que, formel, voilà. So this is an alternative. This is another way to express the consequence in a formal situation. Do is formal, and we are almost finished, don't worry. Do is formal. Nous avons plus de force vive, d'où un accroissement de notre efficacité. We had more manpower. Force vive, lively force, lively strength. So this is also an expression, and according to me, we translate it like that, manpower. So that means that there are people that are working and making and creating the resources for the company or for a country or for depending on the situation. Donc, nous avions plus, you need to pronounce the final S. Why? You need to know that. And if you don't know why, you have to watch my video about plus. Plus, if you don't pronounce the S, this will mean no more. Nous avions plus, no more. Nous avions plus, more. So one letter and the contrary. Ok, donc plus de force vive. Et voilà, here is the end of the lesson. And these are the expressions that we studied today. Alors donc ainsi aussi, c'est pourquoi, voilà pourquoi. C'est pour ça que, c'est pour cette raison que, c'est la raison pour laquelle, par conséquent, en conséquence, si bien que, et d'où. And these expressions are formal, avec un F comme ça, hop. And the other ones are not formal, but you can use them also in a formal situation if you write an email, for example. Okay? So choose the one you like, choose the one you prefer, and try to use them and make sentences with them. So I hope you understood the lesson. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below the video. And if you liked this lesson, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to get more lessons. Et je vous souhaite une très très bonne journée. If you want to challenge yourself, you can watch this lesson, the same one in French. Somewhere here you will find a place to click and watch it. Voilà, très bonne journée et à très bientôt pour une nouvelle leçon de français. Ciao, ciao!